Unit 8, Recording 1. Thomas.
There are a lot of one-way streets in Amsterdam, but they have planned the roads well and there are cycle lanes everywhere. Almost everyone has a bicycle, so it feels safe and clean.
Keith.
York is a beautiful historic city, so they made nearly all of the city centre into a pedestrian zone. People really enjoy going shopping there now.
Ali.
Traffic congestion is a real problem in Los Angeles. Many people use their cars because public transport isn't very good.
Eveline.
Berlin is a really green city. There is a lot of green space and there are 7 types of recycling bins. We are proud that Berlin Airport has the first carbon-neutral petrol station.
Vanita.
Bangalore is really crowded and growing all the time. They built new shopping malls and there are lots of new residential areas with huge high-rise apartment blocks.
Adrian.
Like many other cities, Cape Town is trying to be as green as possible. The electricity for many of the traffic lights in the city now comes from the sun, using large solar panels.
Unit 8, Recording 2. 1.
Asia is bigger than Europe. True. Asia makes up 30% of the world's landmass and is by far the biggest continent. 2.
New York is the biggest city in the world. False. New York City has a population of over 8 million people and is certainly the biggest city in the United States. But there are many other cities, including Tokyo, Mexico City and Sao Paulo, which are bigger.
3.
Mount Fuji is in China. It's the highest mountain in Asia. False. Mount Fuji isn't in China, it's in Japan. And at 3,776 meters, it's the highest mountain in Japan, but there are other mountains in Asia, such as Mount Everest and K2, which are more than 8,000 meters high.
4.
The Queen of England lives in Buckingham Palace, London. False. The Queen of England has several homes, including Buckingham Palace, but her official home is Windsor Castle.
5.
The Mediterranean Sea is bigger than the Pacific Ocean. False. The Mediterranean Sea has an area of just 2.5 million square kilometres, compared to the Pacific Ocean's 166 million square kilometres.
6.
The moon is smaller than the sun. True. The sun is of course much bigger than the moon. Approximately 400 times bigger, in fact.
7.
The Alps are a mountain range in Scotland. False. The Alps are a mountain range in Europe, the highest in fact, and they run through France, Switzerland, Germany and Italy, but not Scotland.
8.
The Mississippi River is in the United States. True. The Mississippi River passes through the cities of St. Louis, Memphis, and New Orleans. It's the longest river in the United States.
Unit 8, Recording 3.
River, island, hill, village, climate, size,
Inhabited. 5. Centimetre. White. Unit 8, Recording 4.
Well, I finally decided to move to Canada about 9 months ago and live here permanently. I'm really excited because I lived here for a few years when I was a child and also a few times as an adult, and I've now decided to stay. Something I love about Canada is the space. I mean, it's huge. It's actually the second biggest country in the world, if you include all the land and the water. But it only has 0.5% of the world's population. So that means there is a lot of space for everyone. I love being in the outdoors, and in Canada, the countryside is beautiful and there's so much to do outside. First, there are so many lakes and rivers. It's incredible, but Canada has about 20% of all the fresh water in lakes and rivers in the whole world. I love going walking in the mountains and going fishing. It's so beautiful. There are also thousands of miles of coast, as Canada has 3 oceans as its borders: the Pacific Ocean along the west coast, the Atlantic Ocean along the east coast, and the Arctic Ocean in the north, as well as the USA as its land border, directly to the south, of course. When I was a child, I lived in Ottawa, the capital city. It's not the biggest city in Canada, but it's where the government is. Toronto is the biggest city, and that's where I live now. It's a really lively and multicultural place. The official language in Toronto and Ottawa is English, but in some places in Canada, the official language is French, like in Montreal, for example. The summer is very nice in Canada, but I like the winter best. There are some great places to ski, and I also love the national winter sport, ice hockey. I'm in a team with some friends, and I watch the professional matches as much as I can. I love watching the Canadian national team. Everyone wears the national colours, red and white, and it's a great atmosphere. So yes, I suppose that Canada is most famous for the beautiful countryside and outdoor activities. But you might not know that there are some famous Canadian pop stars. Nelly Furtado, for example, and Avril Lavigne, and also Justin Bieber. Most people think they are American, but they're not. They're Canadian.
Unit 9, Recording 1. Air conditioning. Central heating. Unit 9, Recording 2. Washing machine. Vacuum cleaner. Wi-Fi router. Microwave oven. Dishwasher. Unit 9, Recording 3.
You know the problem. You're expecting visitors, and your house looks like a disaster site. What to do?
It's time to stop worrying. Here's the solution. We're going to tell you how to clean a house in just 3 minutes.
Here's what you'll need.
A big black rubbish bag.
Some wipes.
A bottle of bleach.
And some air freshener.
Got those? Good. So, we're ready to go. How to clean a house in 3 minutes. First of all, get your big black rubbish bag and run round the living room, picking up all the things that shouldn't be there. Put the rubbish bag in a room where your visitors won't go. A bedroom, for example.
Go back into the living room. Use the wipes to clean surfaces like tables, bookshelves, and the television.
Now for the bathroom. Put some bleach down the toilet.
Look around the bathroom. Pick up anything that is making the bathroom look messy and put them in the shower. But don't forget to close the shower curtain.
Run into the kitchen. Take any dirty pots and plates and things that you haven't washed up and put them into the oven.
Go round all the rooms with some air freshener. When people smell lemon, they automatically think, clean.
Finally, close the doors of all the rooms you don't want people looking inside.
And there you are. Now relax, put on your best smile and...
You're ready to greet your visitors.
Unit 9, Recording 4. 1.
It's very difficult for people to find the right type of place to live. Houses and flats, you know. There isn't enough cheap accommodation around here. So I think the flats idea is the best solution. Besides, if they build new flats, it will help other businesses in the area. I'll be very pleased when all the work is complete. It's a horrible building site at the moment.
2.
I'm sure they'll ask local people for their ideas before they make a decision. I think it's exciting. After the old power station goes, the area will be more attractive. Personally, I think the hotel scheme is the best one for the area. Unemployment is quite high around here, and there will be more jobs for local people if they build a new hotel on the site.
3.
If they decide to put a cinema here, it will create very serious parking problems. There aren't enough parking spaces for local people as it is, and the roads will have too much traffic. As soon as more people want to come to the town centre, the traffic will be terrible. I don't think the people who are developing this site think about the local people.
4.
Well, I'm not sure. Really, I'm not. Before they make a decision, they will have to ask local people what they think. Not everybody wants the same thing. The area will change completely if they put a new shopping centre there. We have plenty of small shops around here, and a shopping centre will make things very difficult for local businesses.
Unit 9, Recording 5. 1.
If they build new flats, it will help other businesses in the area.
2.
I'll be very pleased when all the work is complete.
3.
I'm sure they will ask local people for their ideas before they make a decision.
4.
After the old power station goes, the area will be more attractive.
5.
As soon as more people want to come to the town centre, the traffic will be terrible.
6.
The area will change completely if they put a new shopping centre there.
Unit 9, Recording 6. 1.
Oliver, could you do your homework now?
Oh, Mum, I'll do it when this programme finishes.
2.
Are you going anywhere nice this weekend?
We might go for a picnic in the country if the weather's not too bad.
3.
We haven't got any milk.
Oh no. I'll go and buy some as soon as I get dressed.
4.
Are you enjoying your new job more now?
No, I hate it. I want to leave as soon as I can find something else.
5.
Are you going to have a holiday this year?
I hope so, if we have enough money.
6.
So when are we going to see each other again?
I don't know. I'm very busy at work at the moment, but I'll phone you when I get back.
Unit 9, Recording 7.
The beach is really beautiful, and I think the blue parrot could be very attractive and popular, with a few changes.
A lot of changes, I think. Everything needs changing. The decor, the food, the waiter.
Yes, well, you're probably right. So, firstly, how about changing the colour on the walls?
Yes, definitely.
It will look a lot better if we change the colour. I think we should paint it all white. It will look much cleaner and more spacious. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we should have only white, because it might look really boring. I think we should include some different colours.
OK, maybe. What other colour?
Well, what about blue? You know, the name is the Blue Parrot. I think we should include some blue to make it more interesting.
Yes, OK then. So, blue and white walls.
Actually, maybe we should have more colours. You know, make it more tropical. How about having each wall a different colour? One white, one blue, one yellow, one red.
No, I don't think it's a good idea to have too many colours. We want the cafe to be relaxing and attractive. Let's keep it simple, with just white and blue.
OK, maybe you're right. And what about the food? We need some really delicious things on the menu.
Yes, you're right. Well, maybe we could have some...
Unit 10, Recording 1. 1.
If you cut your finger, the first thing you should do is try to stop the bleeding. You can do this by pressing on the area. You could also put your finger in cold water, then keep it up above your head. Obviously, if it's a bad cut and quite deep, you should see a doctor or go to hospital.
2.
Well, if you burn yourself, don't put butter or oil on it. That is the worst thing you can do, actually. You should cool the burn down, so put it in cold water for about 5 or 10 minutes. If it's a bad burn, you should cover it loosely with a clean cloth. Don't put a plaster on it, and then go to hospital.
3.
If someone faints, you shouldn't pour cold water over their face, and you certainly shouldn't shake them and try to wake them up. You should just leave them to come round. And of course, yes, make sure they are comfortable and not in a dangerous place.
4.
If you think someone has broken their arm, then the first important thing is don't move them. I mean, make sure they are warm, comfortable and out of danger, but don't move them, if at all possible. Then phone for an ambulance as quickly as possible.
5.
If a bee stings you, you shouldn't put a plaster on it. Just put some ice on it or put it under cold water. Normally, that's all you need to do. Sometimes people have bad reactions to bee stings, though, so if you feel dizzy or breathless or anything, you should certainly phone a doctor quickly.
6.
If you get a rash after eating strawberries, it may mean you are allergic to them, so stop eating them and the rash should soon disappear. Don't put cream on it, but if it gets worse rapidly, you should speak to a doctor as soon as possible as you might have a serious allergy.
Unit 10, Recording 2.
I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hands started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realised that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good. But...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. It was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay. Good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something. Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, the nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour, we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With?
With a broken arm.
What? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
Unit 10, Recording 3. 1.
As I was driving to a friend's house last week, I heard a fly buzzing around my car. It was really annoying me, so I decided to try and kill it. I was trying to catch it when I took my eyes off the road and hit a tree. My car was wrecked. But I think the fly escaped without any injuries.
2.
While I was driving home a couple of weeks ago, a man nearly stepped into the road in front of my car. Luckily, he didn't, and we avoided an accident. The following week, on my way home, I saw the man again. As I was waving at him, I lost control of my car and crashed into the traffic lights.
Unit 10, Recording 4. 1.
Children used to play outside more.
2.
People didn't used to wash much.
3.
They used river water for drinking and washing.
4.
They didn't use soap or toothpaste.
Unit 10, Recording 5.
Well, the 3 finalists are Lorraine, Gareth and Amanda. So, who do you think should win the prize?
OK, well, let's see. Lorraine broke her arm, Gareth got stuck in a drain, and Amanda lost her camera. I think Lorraine should win.
Do you? Why's that?
Well, because she broke the same arm twice. That's really unusual. And she was talking to the insurance company at the time. That's quite funny.
True. That is funny. But I don't think her story was the funniest, really. I mean, The prize is for the funniest or most unusual thing that happened, isn't it? What about Amanda? Her story is really funny. She buried her own camera and then lost it.
Yes, that's crazy. There wasn't anyone on the beach to steal her camera, and then she lost it anyway. But it's not really an accident.
No, but it's a mishap. She probably made a claim on her travel insurance for a lost camera.
Maybe. I don't know. Gareth's story is funny. He dropped his phone and ended up stuck in a drain. What do you think?
Yes, that's funny too. Though maybe he didn't think so.
Unit 11, Recording 1. 1.
Which results in the research were you surprised about?
I didn't expect the best hobby to be singing in a choir.
2.
Are you interested in joining a choir?
No, not really. I can't sing at all.
3.
What form of exercise do you think is suitable for older people?
Swimming is good because it can be gentle.
4.
Are you keen on healthy eating?
Yes, but I eat biscuits too sometimes.
5.
At what time of day are you full of energy?
Definitely in the morning. After lunch, I feel really tired.
6.
What are you most worried about when you take an exam?
I get nervous about running out of time.
7.
Are you afraid of animals?
Not really. I love them, especially cats.
8.
What sport are you good at?
Football, and I also play tennis a bit.
9.
Who are you most similar to in your family?
My mum. We're both really bossy.
10.
Is your language very different from English?
Some words are the same, but the grammar is very different.
Unit 11, Recording 2.
Well, I think that going to the hairdressers is definitely something you either love or hate.
Do you?
Yes. I know that some people think it's really boring, but personally, I love going to the hairdressers. For me, it's just a perfect way to spend my time. I like sitting there with my magazine. What about you? Do you like going to the hairdressers?
No, I hate it. I only go when it's absolutely necessary.
Oh, well, that one seems to be a love it or hate it thing, doesn't it? Let's see. What else? Flying. I think that's definitely a love it or hate it thing. People usually have strong opinions about it, don't they? Do you like flying?
No, I don't. You know, one of my oldest friends lives in the United States, and I'd love to visit him one day. But the problem is, I'm really afraid of flying. I hate sitting in a small place for all that time. The whole thing is just awful. What about you?
I'm the same. I hate flying too. I'm just too scared. I'm sure it's fine, really, but I don't like it at all. We both hate flying then.
Yes. And something else I really hate is sunbathing. You know, when you're on holiday, just lying in the sun. It's so boring.
Oh, really? I love it. I think I enjoy sunbathing for 2 reasons. I like lying down because, well, it's relaxing, isn't it? And I love reading. So put the 2 together and it's perfect for me. I'd like to live somewhere hot and sunny, so I could go to the beach and read books every day.
Unit 11, Recording 3. 1,
I love going to the hairdressers.
2,
I like sitting there with my magazine.
3,
I'd love to visit him one day.
4,
I hate sitting in a small place for all that time.
5,
I enjoy sunbathing for 2 reasons.
6,
I'd like to live somewhere hot and sunny.
Unit 11, Recording 4.
Would you like to meet up this weekend?
Yes, I'd love to. How about going to the cinema?
That's a good idea. What would you like to see?
There's that new science fiction film on. What about that?
To be honest, I don't really like science fiction films.
Well, is there something else you'd like to see?
Yes, I'd like to see the new Brad Pitt film. What do you think?
Yes, great. I'd like to see that too. Shall we go on Saturday night?
Yes, see you then.
See you on Saturday. Bye.
Unit 11, Recording 5. 1,
Would you like to come to our house on Saturday?
2,
How about going to see a film next week?
3,
Would you like to go out for a meal?
4,
How about going out for a meal?
5,
Would you like to have an ice cream?
6,
How about having an ice cream?
7,
Would you like to go for a drive?
8,
How about going for a drive?
Unit 11, Recording 6.
So, what do you think? If you went to live on a desert island, what would you take?
Well, firstly, I'd take a tent. Definitely.
Really? I don't think so. Why?
Well, if you didn't have a tent, you wouldn't sleep properly. You know, a tent would keep you dry if it rained, and it would keep you warmer. Actually, I'd take a blanket too. I mean, it would probably be really cold at night.
A tent and a blanket? Are those your first 2 choices? So you could sleep properly? What about food and water? Those would be more important, wouldn't they?
Well, yes, they're important too. My third choice would be bottled water. Obviously, you would need water to survive.
Bottled water? You would have to take a lot. I don't think it would be possible to take enough.
I don't know. And I'm not sure about the food. There's nothing on the list about food.
Well, if you were on a desert island, you would have to find your own food, I suppose.
Yes, that's true. A knife would be useful to prepare food.
Unit 11, Recording 7.
So, the survey is about the most important things in life. Let's see what you think. First, Which of these is the most important thing in life for you? Is it A, having a lot of money, B, being in love, C, becoming famous, D, making a difference to other people's lives, or E, other? Something else.
Let's think. Well, it's certainly not becoming famous. I'm really not interested in that. And it's not having a lot of money. I mean, I want to have enough money, but I don't particularly want a lot. I like making a difference to people's lives. I'm a nurse, and it gives me a lot of satisfaction to help people. Yes, I'll say D.
OK, great. Thanks for that. Next one. If you could choose the perfect number of children, what would it be? None, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 plus? 5 or more children.
Well, I definitely don't want 5 or more children. But I think one day I'd like to have 1 or 2 children. Let's say 2, because then they wouldn't be on their own.
OK, and question 3. If you could choose any pet, what would it be? A cat, B, a dog, C, a fish, D, none, E, other.
This one's easy for me. I hate having animals in the house. In fact, I'm allergic to a lot of animals, and I haven't got time to look after them. So my answer is D, none.
Unit 11, Recording 8.
Perhaps surprisingly, only 10% of people chose having a lot of money and becoming famous as the most important thing in life. The most popular answer was being in love, which nearly 50% of the people who answered made their first choice. Popular answers in the other column included having a big family and being successful in your job.
The number of people who said they wanted 5 or more children was more or less the same as the number of people who said they didn't want any children, about 10% in each case. The most popular choice for the perfect number of children was 2, with nearly 40% of people choosing that number.
In choosing the perfect pet, there were some surprising answers in the other category, including a butterfly, a frog, and even a giraffe. But easily the most popular answer, with almost 45% of the votes, was a dog.
Though many people have the idea of moving to the country when they get older, only 13% of people in the survey chose this as the perfect place to live. The most popular answer, with nearly 40%, was living in a city, with living in the suburbs and living in a town some way behind. The most popular other answer was in a forest.
The question, would you ever marry for money, brought some surprising results. The most popular answer, with 45% of the votes, was yes, possibly, with 30% not sure and 25% saying definitely not.
For question 6, there were many different opinions. The answer people least agreed with was D. Money, a big car, a big house. You can have it all. With only 8% saying they agreed with it. Easily the most popular answer, with 38% of the votes, was the most important thing in life is to be happy. But to be happy, you need to give as well as receive.
Unit 12, Recording 1. 1.
What colour was the nail varnish?
2.
What was between the perfume and the deodorant?
3.
Was there a hairbrush in the picture? What colour was it?
4.
Was the comb the same colour as the razor?
5.
What make was the perfume?
6.
How many lipsticks were there?
7.
What was below the aftershave?
8.
Was there a necklace in the picture? What colour was it?
9.
Was the bracelet next to the eyeliner or the necklace?
10.
What was above the shaving foam?
Unit 12, Recording 2. 1.
The first TV advert in the world was shown in the USA in 1941. It was a 20-second advert for Bulova watches.
2.
The world's most expensive advert was made in 2004. It was a 2-minute advert for Chanel No. 5 perfume, starring Nicole Kidman. She was paid $5 million for 4 days' work.
3.
Actor and sportsman Isaiah Mustafa was not well known before he starred in his first advert. In February 2010, he immediately became famous when he was chosen for the hugely successful Old Spice aftershave campaign.
4.
The famous Marlboro Man cigarette adverts were first seen in 1955. TV adverts for cigarettes were later banned in 1971.
5.
In 2003, McDonald's first global advertising campaign was launched. The I'm Lovin' It campaign, featuring Justin Timberlake, was different because the same slogan was used in over 100 countries at the same time.
6.
In 2011, during the TV showing of the Super Bowl in the USA, around $3 million was spent on each 30-second advertising spot.
Unit 12, Recording 3.
Considered. Needed. Looked. Created. Received. Proved. Represented. Loved. Helped. Supported. Increased. Appeared.
Unit 12, Recording 4.
Today, I've come to talk to you about a great new product, which I think will be extremely popular and will become a bestseller very quickly. We have developed an amazing new fizzy drink called Fizz 5. It's a drink that's both fizzy and healthy too. Feel alive with Fizz 5. The idea for Fizz 5 was developed by myself and 3 friends after we found that no fizzy drinks in the shops were healthy. We have taken several years to develop this drink, and we now believe that it is ready for the market. Previously, there were plain, natural, healthy fruit drinks, and there were unnatural, unhealthy fizzy drinks. We wanted something which was both fizzy and healthy. So, we decided to make a drink that contains real fruit and vitamins and is totally natural, but fizzy too. And we believe that's exactly what Fizz 5 is. Feel alive with Fizz 5. Fizz 5 comes in 5 different flavours: orange, apple, lemon, grape and pineapple. It contains 5 different vitamin groups. It increases your energy by 5 times. In summary, it tastes good, it makes you feel good, and it's fizzy. Feel alive with Fizz 5. The drink was tested on various different people, and we believe it will be popular with all age groups. However, we feel that the main target market will be young people who like fizzy drinks, but also understand about the importance of health. We think the packaging is very important, so the bottle is colourful and appealing to young people. Now, what we need is some help and investment from you to help us to launch this fantastic product in the market. We'd like to ask you for £55,000 to help get Fizz 5 into the shops and start selling. We know it will be a winner and we'll make money for ourselves and you. Feel alive with Fizz 5. Thank you very much for listening.
Unit 13, Recording 1.
So, Tom, we've got these emails from 3 people here, and we need to decide which one is best. What do you think?
Yes, well, let's see. Fabio sounds like a nice person. He's easygoing and he likes people. That's a good start.
True, and he is earning money, but he's been living with his aunt for 3 years. And before that, I suppose he was living with his parents. It sounds like he might not be very good at doing the housework and things.
You could be right. Well, Annika says she can cook, and sounds quite reliable. But 4 to 8 hours of piano practice, that could become annoying.
Oh, I don't know. I think it might be nice. She's been playing since she was 3. So I'm sure she's really good.
Well, let's see. What about Liam?
Liam, Well, it's hard to tell, I think. I mean, he sounds hard-working and everything, and would probably share the housework, as he says. But I don't think he would be very easy to share with, and the flat would be full of computers.
Yes, but it could be good to have someone to fix our computers. And also, if he keeps himself to himself, well, that's quite good too.
Oh no, I'd like someone a bit more sociable, like Fabio.
OK, well, let's think then. Not Annika. I'm not sure I could stand the piano.
OK, if that's how you feel. Fabio or Liam then? I think Fabio.
But, as you said, he might not be very good at housework and things.
Well, I think that's OK. I'd prefer someone sociable. And I don't really want the flat full of computers.
OK then, let's go with Fabio. But we'll have to make some rules about cooking and cleaning and things.
Unit 13, Recording 2. 1.
I have been waiting. I've been waiting.
2.
You have been working. You've been working.
3.
He has been working. He's been working.
4.
It has been raining. It's been raining.
5.
We have been waiting. We've been waiting.
6.
You have been sitting. You've been sitting.
7.
He has been coming. He's been coming.
8.
I have been looking. I've been looking.
Unit 13, Recording 3. 1.
How long has Sumiko been living in New York?
2.
How long has she been working in graphic design?
3.
How long has she been living with her husband?
4.
How long has she been running her own company?
Unit 13, Recording 4.
OK, so I think it's going to be quite difficult to decide who the best candidate is, don't you? They all look strong to me.
Yes, I suppose so. They are all excellent in their world. You know, a top sports person, a top businesswoman and everything. But there are some qualities that you really need to become a goodwill ambassador.
Some qualities?
Yes. You know, some personal characteristics are very important. I mean, Don Barris says he is very shy. So I don't think he would be a good ambassador, because you have to be sociable. You have to talk to all sorts of people and speak on TV and things. I don't think you can be shy to do that.
True. Who do you prefer then?
Well, I prefer Pete Power because...
Pete Power?
Yes, I prefer Pete Power because he is really well known all over the world. He sounds like he is ambitious and sociable, and people really like pop stars.
I don't agree with you. I mean, yes, he is well known, but he hasn't got the right experience. He's been working in the music business and also TV, but he hasn't done any work with people who need help or anything like that.
That doesn't matter. I think he will be the best at getting people interested, because people like him, so they would listen to him.
Yes, but what about Tracy Valentine? I think she will be the best.
Tracy Valentine? But she's unknown outside Fredonia.
I don't think that's a problem. She would be able to represent the people very well. She knows a lot about the country and problems that people have there. In fact, she's...
Unit 14, Recording 1. 1.
Over 30 countries use the dollar as their currency, including the USA, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Ecuador, and Singapore.
2.
The euro was first used on the 1st of January 2002. Over 332 million people in over 20 countries now use the euro as their currency.
3.
At the beginning of 2002, the euro-dollar exchange rate was €1 equals 88 cents. At the beginning of 2012, It was €1 equals $1.33.
4.
The first cash point machine was used in 1967 in the UK. By 2019, it is expected that we will get approximately 90% of our money from cash points.
5.
In 2010, in the UK, women carried an average of £28 cash in their purse or wallet.
6.
In 2010, 8 million credit cards were owned by people in the USA. 14% of Americans own more than 10 credit cards.
7.
On average, coins stay in use for approximately 30 years, whereas banknotes last about 1 year.
8.
The smallest banknote in the world was made in Romania in 1917. It was a 10 bani note and measured 2.75 by 3.8 centimetres.
9.
In 2011, there were over 1,200 billionaires in the world. 4 of the top 10 richest people in 2011 were from the USA. The rest were from Mexico, Brazil, France, Spain, the UK, and India.
Unit 14, Recording 2.
$6,000. 290. 6.32. 50 million pounds. 620. 98.5. 5 billion. 8.2. 49.8.
Unit 14, Recording 3. 1.
The boss of a company called one of his employees into his office. The young man had started work at the company a few weeks before, and he sat down nervously. "When you started working here a month ago, your salary was $50,000, said the boss. 2 weeks later, I doubled your salary to $100,000. Now I'm going to pay you $250,000 a year. What do you say to that?" "Thanks, Dad," said the young man.
2.
The American comedian Jack Benny was famous for being mean. One day he had been to the bank and he was on his way home when a robber appeared and pointed a gun at him. "Your money or your life," hissed the robber. There was a long silence. "What's the matter with you?" said the robber. "I said, your money or your life." "I'm thinking about it," said the old man.
3.
A man asked a millionaire friend of his how he had become so rich. "As a young man, I was very poor," he said. "I spent my last $100 on a second-hand car. I spent the next week repairing it. Then I sold it for $200. With the $200, I bought 2 second-hand cars. I spent the next 2 weeks repairing them. Then I sold them for $400. It wasn't much, but I had made a profit of $200. "What happened next?" asked the friend. "My wife's father died and left me $10 million, said the millionaire.
Unit 14, Recording 4.
When in 1926 a US court sent a man called Arthur Ferguson to prison for 5 years, it was the end of an amazing criminal career. The police had arrested him several months earlier as he tried to sell the Statue of Liberty to an Australian tourist. After the arrest, the police soon discovered that Ferguson had made money by selling famous buildings several times before. Ferguson had arrived in the United States from Scotland the previous year. Soon after his arrival, he sold a luxurious house in Washington to a rich Texas farmer. But for the farmer, this wasn't an ordinary house. He quickly realized that he had bought the White House, the home of the US president for 150 years. Before coming to America, Ferguson had sold Buckingham Palace, home of the English royal family, for £2,000, Big Ben for £1,000, and Nelson's Column for £6,000, all to rich Americans who perhaps had more money than intelligence.
Unit 14, Recording 5.
A man in Germany had a horrible surprise when he was checking his email one morning. Thomas Vogel, aged 22, found he had bought items worth nearly €1 million from an internet auction company. Thomas said he hadn't heard of the company before and didn't know anything about the €800,000 house, the €100,000 car, or the €25,000 small plane he had bought. The internet company insisted he paid for the items, however, as it seemed that he had bought the items in his name.
Unit 14, Recording 6.
My name is Henry Adams, from San Francisco in the United States of America. A few years ago, through bad luck, I found myself in London without money, food, or accommodation. I was in total despair. Suddenly, a voice said, "Come in here, please." A servant showed me into a luxurious house where a man I had never seen before was finishing his breakfast. I hadn't eaten for days, and the sight of all that food was almost too much for me. Without a word, the man handed me an envelope. When I got outside, I saw that the envelope contained a letter and something amazing, a banknote for £1 million. "I can see you are an honest man," the letter read. "The money in the envelope is yours for 30 days. At the end of the month, come back to the house. I have a bet on you." The letter had no signature, no address, and no date. Immediately, I ran into the nearest restaurant and ate hungrily. When I had finished my meal, I handed the £1 million note to the waiter. "Can you change this for me, please? I don't have anything smaller." Of course, the restaurant couldn't change the note, but because I was clearly a rich man, they said I could pay the next time. Over the next few days, I bought a new suit and found a room in an expensive private hotel. No one could change the note, but they gave me what I wanted as they believed I was a millionaire. Soon I became famous. People invited me to all the best parties, and I met Portia Langham, the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. I fell in love with her within 2 minutes and told her my story. "When I go back to see the man at the end of the month, will you come with me?" She said yes. A month later, I returned to the house. The servant showed me in, and the man asked me the question, "Do you have the £1 million note?" "Here it is," I replied. "So I win the bet," the man shouted. Father, I knew it. My darling daughter. I couldn't believe my eyes or ears. The man was Portia's father, and he had made the bet to prove that an honest man could live for a month without money. Portia and I are now married. I never bought anything with the £1,000,000, which is now on the wall of our home in London. But the note got me something far more important than money.
Copyright Pearson Education Limited, 2013.